Hey y'all, Cat the Vat here. Today I want to talk about one second. Oh, this is I don't know. Today I just want to ramble, I guess, about agoraphobia, about social anxiety, about being perceived. I feel a lot of anxiety around being perceived by people and existing and like being acknowledged, I think, and like the way that people see me. And I will hyperanalyze the way that I think other people are going to react to me from my own like fears and anxieties. And then I let that stop me from living my life in the world. Like, for example, I will be too afraid to go to like grocery stores or Walmart. Like, I'll even, oh my God. I'll even like drive to the stores sometimes and like sit in the parking lot, and then I'll get too scared to go inside the store. And then I'll leave and I'll just go home and I'll just waste the gas and I'll go back another day or something. I don't know. But I have so much anxiety about like being perceived and like my insecurities that I have for myself that like shine through. And for example, things like my facial hair. Because even if I shave it one day, the next day it's back. And it's too short for me to shave it well the next day. So I have to wait like a couple days before I'm able to shave it again and get like a good shave. And that's frustrating in the meanwhile. And then I get really dysphoric. And then like I see my face and I just want to claw my face off. And like on the day that I can handle all of the self-care and maintenance and pluck my eyebrows and shower and shave my arms usually, shave my legs if I'm going to be wearing things that show my legs, my feet. Like, I don't know. If I haven't had the chance to do like my beauty maintenance, we'll call it, then I feel so anxious. And like I guess sometimes I can get out of the anxiousness once I'm at a location, if it's not the major things. If I have facial hair, I'm anxious the whole time because it's right there, it's on my face. If leg hair, maybe I can get away with, the kind of thing, you know? But like I get so anxious just to be perceived with facial hair or just like any masculine identifying features that I don't even want to say masculine identifying features, but like clocky things that make me look especially trans, especially on days that like I don't put a lot of effort into my appearance because I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to get all made up just to go to the store sometimes, you know? Like I don't have the energy to shower all the time and shave my face just to go to the store to get food, or like just to like run to the freaking convenience store, or even just I like to go for drives, so sometimes just stopping at a gas station, I have to like I get so uncomfortable and anxious and dysphoric over being perceived with my dysphoria features, you know? And I've been trying to like exposure therapy this, right? Kind of, to an extent, I guess. I post videos on here where I look just how I look that day. Some days I have more dysphoria features, some days I have less, because that's just how I exist. That's authentic. That's real. That's me, you know? And it's okay, actually. I don't mind it so much on video. I don't mind it Well, sometimes when I look back on videos, I don't like looking at it, but, like, I can just not look at the screen, that's fine. I'm used to not really liking how I see myself. But when I'm in public, it's like, I'm very scared and nervous of everybody around me that, like, is perceiving me. And what are they thinking about me? And I don't know. Do they see me in a way that aligns with the way that I see myself? Or do they see me in a way that is completely disaligned with who I am and, like, just influenced by their own biases? And, like, oftentimes I find that it's probably the latter. It's the second one. It's hard for them to see me as I see myself because I, one, struggle with how I see myself, and two, I am constantly evolving as a person and learning and growing, and I don't know, you know? Like, how could somebody else see me if I don't even know in what way exactly I'd like to be seen? It feels like my own anxieties and insecurities let me magnify things that probably aren't meant to be like a big thing. Like there's a lot of like ingrained shit that you got to sift through within the language of like English for cuz that's what I speak. Like English when you're like out and about. Like there's a lot of things that may like trigger me or like upset me or like cause an emotional response. Basically, there are things that may cause an emotional response because I will like hyper analyze on what the things are that seem like they're not a big deal. For example, like for the most part, gender neutral masculine terms like man, bro, dude, guy, like I don't know. There's a lot of like they're gender neutral masculine terms that are like the default or they're assumed to be the default. But like sometimes they really bother me, especially like it's I don't know. It depends who it's from too. Some people I feel like that's a fine dynamic for me to have with them. Like my siblings, all of my siblings can call me whatever they want, really. As long as like they use my accurate name, they can call me bro, they can call me sis, they can call me I don't know, they can call me whatever they want. Cause like I don't see them doing it as like bros like a guy. But like if I'm talking to somebody or there's like a romantic interest and are like a man and they're calling me bro, I don't like that. It feels like they see me as something that I don't want to be. It's that ladder earlier where like they're seeing me through their own lens. And the way that they see me, like my knowledge of the fact that the knowledge that they hold of me looks like that fact, or like that knowledge of my knowledge of their knowledge of me hurts my feelings and makes me have this emotional response. And like, because they transmit it with their language when they will say things. And like, I don't know. There's just like things that people will say because they're trying to communicate an idea, but then they end up like leaking how they actually feel. I don't want to say how they actually feel about me, but like the ingrained thoughts that they have about certain like groups of people or characteristics of people, or like certain people act X way. And I have a lot of them as well, but like I am trying so hard to unlearn them. And that's why I talk about socialization and language all the time, because like I think this is the most important thing ever, because it influences the way that we interact with the world and the way that other people interact with us and the way that like everybody understands each other. But it's really difficult for me to try and like exist to other people when they perceive me in a way that like they do. And a lot of them are callous, so callous with it. And like I'm young, so I don't know. Maybe that's to be expected with young people, but like I don't know. I do find I was talking about this with somebody recently actually, and I find that as my body changes more and as I become more comfortable with myself as a woman or as like a feminine person or like a non-man basically, other people's words matter less. Like I don't care when the average person says it as much, but with certain people, like I would be more upset by it, if that makes sense. Like the strength that it has over me is increased by people that I hold valuable. But the average person saying something would just get cast off and like written off as like, oh, it's just a shit post. Like it's low entropy. I've seen it before. People have been saying it the whole time. And like when I first started transitioning, I feel like I just kind of accepted it because I was like, of course people are gonna see me like that because like look how I look. And I just kind of accepted it as something that was going to happen regardless, and it was not really use. There's no point in fighting it. But then like I'm a pretty long ways on my transition at this point. I'm like, what's today? Fucking 632, 632 days, 365. I'm almost at 2 years. I'm like 100 days off from 2 years. I'm at 20 months or something. I don't know, 19 months, something like that. Wait a minute. 6, 3, 2 divided by 30 would be, that'd be 20. That'd be 21 months. 21 months. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of this made any sense, but I'm really feeling a lot of pain in the fact that I have to exist like this. And I was thinking today, like, you know, because this is something that I've always kind of held in my head as like, this is something that could happen theoretically in the future in my journey. Because every day I'm just making a journey every day. And I was thinking, and I was like, would detransitioning help me? But I don't even think it would, because when I was in that body, it was even worse. The feelings were like so bad. And the thing is, the feelings are still bad, but now I'm just having to learn how to like live life as the person that I've wanted to be the whole time. And like, I'm learning it, I guess. I'm learning how to live life as this person I want to be, but it's like, damn, it took so long. And like, I don't know. I don't know. It feels like I was so close. Like, I was born in a good generation for this. A lot of my peers were able to, like, have parents that were, I don't know. I think one of the things that I struggle with is that I don't know. I feel a lot of very strong emotions towards the people that raised me because of the fact that I did not feel like safe to come to them about this kind of thing. And like, I don't know. On the one hand, I want to like hate them so much, but on the other hand, like, they didn't know any better than I did, which is kind of pitiful considering I was a child and they were adult. They should have known more. And like, they did know, but they just had their own biases that like stopped them from seeing me the same way that I see myself. Oh, and it's a bummer. I don't know. I don't know, bestie. I've just been really feeling the weight of a lot of it recently. So I wanted to record this, and maybe it helps me get some of it out. You know, maybe it can help a little bit. Maybe it can help somebody else too. Because a lot of people, I don't know. Transition's tough. Like, I don't want anybody to think that transitioning is like an easy route to take. Like, this shit fucking, there's a lot of pain that you go through. There's a lot of great things that come with it, but there's a lot of fucking pain too. As with anything in life, right? There's pros and cons to anything. You can't have your cake and eat it too. But transitioning has really opened my eyes to how important language is, and like making sure that you're interacting with people in a way that you want to interact with them, you know, being very intentional about like, what am I saying? How could this impact somebody? You know, I don't know. It's kind of sad to, well, I think, okay, let me say the thought first so I can rebuke it. It's kind of sad, I think, that I didn't, well, okay, this is the initial thought, and then I'm going to rebuke it. It's kind of sad that I didn't do that in the past. Like, when I was living as a guy, it's not what I did. I just wasn't very caring about other people. I was very much just living for myself and trying to further myself and like, and my friends, but like, I don't know. I used people, I think. And like, I really hate what I did then. And a lot of that weight comes back. Like, as you transition, at least for me, a lot of the weight of the things and the ways that I learned how to be make me feel really bad. Oh my gosh. Like, who the fuck, like, how, I don't know, like, damn. But at the same time, like, I was crafted by my environment, and like, I don't know, I did what I had to do. Anyways, transition did really open my eyes to like the importance of specificity in language, and like making sure that people, I don't know, speaking to people in a way that their biases can help them understand in a similar way that you understand your own point. Because your words and like the way that you understand a point will not be the same way that somebody else understands the same point. You have to make it like relatable for them, I think. And like, when I finally stopped running from the fact that like I'm not a man. When I finally stopped when I finally stopped running from the fact that I'm not a man, yes, I realized that, like, I don't know. I used to be the very thing that I seek to destroy. Just kidding. I don't want to destroy anybody. I just want to have empathy, because I think that there's not enough empathy that goes around today. Anyways, I'm out of here. I've been talking for way too long, but I love you, and goodbye.